Hey everybody, good evening to our friends on the East Coast, good afternoon to our friends on the West Coast, and good in-between time to all our friends in the in-between spaces. Welcome to the Open and Out Mic Night for our LGBTQIA plus community and our allies, family, and friends. And welcome to the beautiful hostess with the mostest, Haley. Welcome back. How are you?
Hi, I'm pumped. I don't know, but I'm pumped. I think it might have been that little bit of kombucha before. It's got some caffeine in it, and I am pumped.
So
That's
Haley's wife made kombucha, and next time you have to bring me over something to leave on the doorstep so we can share.
yes, definitely. Do you have any requests for any specific flavors? We could discuss it later. That's fine.
All right, that sounds good. By the way, my name is Robert Say the Schreiber. I am the chief activist here at the Bayard Rustin Center for Social Justice, and you are tuned in to the Social Justice Power Hour, which on Friday nights we bring you music, entertainment, drag shows, concerts, etc., etc. Every other week, we will try to bring you an open and out mic night, as we have done previously many times. But it's been almost a month since we've done one.
Yeah, I guess it has been with Pride and everything.
With Pride and everything.
Yeah, we were just
We had the night before Pride, we had a special celebration of last year's Pride Parade in Princeton, which was the first ever, by the way. And then we had a special concert with Apollo Flowerchild. And then we had another special event, but I can't recall what it was, but it's been a few weeks. So welcome back, and I'm glad to see you again.
yeah, welcome back.
And just so everybody knows, the open mic nights are really Haley's purview, and I'm really her co-host.
No sidekick. Thanks.
Sidekick, that's right. I'm the Robin to your Batman.
Or
Go ahead.
I was gonna say like the Gabrielle to my Xena.
I have no idea who those people are.
Are you serious?
I am. Who are they?
Like Xena Warrior Princess.
Oh. I lost lesbian points for that one.
A little bit. It's okay. We still love you. Everyone still loves you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll be the Miles Morales to your Peter Parker.
Okay, I kind of get that.
All right, good. All right. No, as a stretch. So welcome, everybody. So Open and Out Mic Night is the night that we showcase the talents and the spirit, sometimes more of one than the other, of our community, and we give everybody a virtual stage. That's what's wonderful about Open Mic here at the Power Hour is, whereas before we had it at the center, which is located in Princeton, New Jersey, and we would have people travel from pretty far to perform and to watch and to be a part of the shenanigans. But here we get to have people from across the nation. We have nobody yet internationally, but we're open for that. So if there are folks that want to perform, whether you live here in Jersey, whether you live in California, or somewhere in between, because I hear there are some states in between.
I heard about it. I don't know too much about them, though.
So if you'd like to perform, let us know. Our intern, the lovely Ashley, is going to, well, I'm allowed to say that about our intern, that she's lovely. I mean, in spirit. She's going to throw up a link and I think an email for you to let us know how you'd like to perform at Open and Out Mic Night, because we welcome any and all peoples, regardless of talent. It only takes spirit and energy and positivity to be on our stage. And you'll see some of that tonight. So we have a lot of folks from across the nation tonight, which is really exciting. But before we start, we always want to let you know about what's going on for this show in the coming weeks and in the coming month. Because although Pride is over, Pride is not just a month here at the center. It is all day, every month, every week, every year, all day, every day. So we have a lot of stuff coming at you. And the first thing I want to do is remind everybody that these lovely bottles of vodka are still available. These are collectible. These are produced by our friends at Sourland Mountain. Really, really tasty vodka from what I hear. I don't drink, but I'll make some penne vodka with vodka sauce with this. And then I'll have this beautiful collectible bottle. There's only a limited amount of these made, but there are some still left. So please do feel free to go purchase one. Again, Ashley, our intern extraordinaire, will throw up a link in the comments section. And what's wonderful about these is they're not only beautiful, not only collectible, not only showing your pride, but $1 of each bottle sold goes to support our mission here at the center. So thank you to our friends at Sourland, and go buy yourselves a couple of bottles of vodka, and then you'll really enjoy the show. Speaking of coming up, next week we have Genicet Gutierrez from La Familia, the trans queer liberation movement. We're very excited about that. We'll have a great conversation end of the week next week. We also have next week coming up, I'm excited about this one. This is Steve Brodner, who's an illustrator, and I can't wait to see his work. We're going to talk about a lot of his political art and how he transformed his career to dedicate himself to speaking up and out about things that concerned him about the way that our nation was being run. And I know it hurt his career a little bit. He shows work in Rolling Stone and magazines across the world and newspapers, but he felt it was time for his voice to be heard through his art. So I can't wait to have that conversation with him. And Monday, tune in Monday. This is going to be extraordinary. This is, if you don't know this wonderful person, this is Amara Jones. Amara Jones, you may know because there's a huge controversy right now. She submitted an ad for her trans/media, her transgender group for the BET Awards last week. And BET unceremoniously and without telling her cut the commercial out right before it aired. And we still haven't found out why. And we're going to talk about that, why it happened. But more importantly, on Monday, we're going to talk about how we make sure it never happens again, because every voice needs to be heard. So I can't wait to have that conversation on Monday. And then coming up later in the month, as always, we have a lot more stuff coming up for you. We have the return of our Lieutenant Governor, Sheila Oliver. We're very excited about that. This is an extraordinary individual, not only because she's our Lieutenant Governor, but she's only one of 4 Black Lieutenant Governors in the entire nation. And her own journey is pretty incredible too. So we'll talk about affairs of the state, and we'll talk about her personal journey as well. Speaking of personal journeys, here is Dee Smith, who is a Grammy Award-winning musician who, after identifying as transgender, kind of lost her place in the music business and has regained it now, and we're talking about that journey. She now produces for folks like, what's his name? Oh, Billy Porter. So we'll be talking to her and having a pretty good time, and also talking about her struggle and how she persevered through that. Our old friend Hugh Grant is going to come back. Hugh Ryan is going to come back. Hugh Grant would be great too. We'll take it. But Hugh Ryan is even better. Hugh Ryan is better than Hugh Grant. I'll take it any day. Hugh Ryan, author of When Brooklyn Was Queer, great book that he came out last summer to talk with us at the center personally and physically. He's been on the Power Hour before, but now the book's out in paperback. And with all our old friends, we look to support our friends and our allies and our comrades. So he's going to come back so we can get people to buy the paperback version, because everybody should have a copy of this on their shelves. Really excited about that piece of queer history. And then last but not least, we have New Jersey's Attorney General coming at us. Gubier Graywall is going to be here. And he's a pretty incredible, impressive individual. He's the first Sikh individual to be our Attorney General. And he also has announced tremendous police reform in the face of the killing of George Floyd and the political unrest across the country. And we're really going to have a really robust, meaningful conversation with him about making sure those police reforms are not superficial, are not just for show, but how we make sure that we can have lasting reform in our state and then inspire the rest of the country to do the same. So we're pretty excited about all that's coming up, but we're most excited about the folks that are with us tonight. We have a great show for all y'all. As Chuck Barris would say in the Gong Show, for those of you that are old enough to remember, we'll be right back with more stuff. So we have a lot of great stuff coming at you. Some of our old favorites and some new folks. So please enjoy the show tonight. Haley, do you want to introduce our first guest?
I would be honored to introduce Kara. Kara recently was in a songwriting camp, was it?
Virtual songwriting
camp. And they've got a new piece to perform with us tonight. So very exciting.
I think it's adorable that Kara went to camp. I think that's great.
Yeah, virtually.
So I think we're going to going to hear the fruits of her labor. So without further ado, our first guest of the evening, please welcome Kara Enns, everybody.
Am I live? Okay. All right, awesome. It's great to see everyone. I just got back from camp, so you can do virtual camps. What do you know? And I've also been doing a lot of learning lately, and I found out a lot about white women's historical role in systemic racism, including the building of Confederate monuments and the way that white women would lobby to control what was taught in history books in schools, particularly regarding the Confederacy. So I wrote this song this week as a call to action for white women now, and it's called Blackout Tuesday. Black squares of light look empty on my new phone screen. Tuesdays come and go, but how much blackness have I really seen? History was written in blackness by the likes of you and me. Why didn't I know? Why didn't they tell me so? Well, I'm figuring out I've got a long way left to go. Statues of white cast shadows of hostility. Sponsored by the Confederacy in the 1960s. I found white hoods on horses in color photography. No, civil rights did not grant equality. Why didn't I know? Why didn't they tell me so? Well, I'm telling you now, we've got a long way left to go. Thought there was nothing to me, but what did I know truly? Start looking back and in. White silence is a sin. You think there's nothing to you. I see our place now. Do you go fight our race and fight too? 'Cause blackness will shine through. Why didn't I know? Why didn't I know? Why didn't they tell me so? I'm not them, but they made me. I'm burning what they gave me. Light up your whiteness, ladies, 'cause blackness should be free.
That was wonderful. Wow, that was really powerful. Thank you so much. That was...
Thanks.
You just did that. I mean, that is fresh. That was wonderful.
Glad to be part of the Power Hour.
We're always glad to have you. You are an inspiration to us. Thank you so much, and I hope that you should publish that song. We should start a record label just for that song.
I was like, oh, I'd like to hear this more. I want to hear this. I hope she records this. Damn, really bringing the power to this hour. Thank you.
Great start. Thank you so much, Kara.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon. That was beautiful. So that reminds me, we were talking about this before. The idea of doing like a mixtape, doing a power hour, and it could be pay what you want, songs that we've had on the open mic, songs that we did during Virtual Pride, songs that we did during our drag shows. We've done a lot of great music on the Power Hour. By the way, we didn't mention tonight, we're creeping up to our 100th episode. How insane is that? Who would have thunk it?
I feel like the time has flown by, but it also seems like it's not, and it seems amazing. Wow, 100 episodes. That's impressive.
Yeah, so we have to celebrate, but we also let's rethink that idea of doing like a mixtape where we can put it up on whatever platform is the best to do that. Maybe SoundCloud or one of those, Bandcamp, where it could be pay what you want, donate to the center, whoever, performers, musicians, spoken word, poetry, whatever we've featured on the show, whoever's amenable to having their work be there to support us. I think that would be really great.
Yeah. Even Ashley, some CDs like old.
Yeah, or even like cassettes. We do cassettes.
Wow. Yeah, we could do that. I still have my sound system upstairs. I could put I have the two cassettes. I can kind of record off of each other. I could run the whole operation from my house. So just let me know.
I like it. All right, sounds good. I don't know. I don't know if you recall. You'll recall, but talking to people in the audience, and maybe people weren't joined at the time. We had John Easdale on from Dramarama. Great band. I was going to say great 80s band, but they're a great band nonetheless. They just released a new album just a couple weeks ago, and they're still really great. And John Easdale did this beautiful thing where here's this, well-known artist, especially here in Jersey, who gave performed two songs just for the open mic. And this was a while back, but they're beautiful songs. And he actually gave us permission to use both those songs if we ever did do a release of the Power Hour music. So maybe we'll play one of those next time. It's been too long, and they're really beautiful songs. Anyway, we have a lot going on tonight.
Yes, we've got another wonderful performer coming up, one of our favorites.
Tell us, Haley, tell us all about it.
Well, Michelle Elizabeth Brown does poetry, and I cannot wait to hear what's coming out of her mouth.
And actually, hey, Michelle.
Fortunately, I wasn't eating.
You look beautiful as always.
Well, thank you. So it's good to see you both.
Can we tell everybody? Can we tell everyone our big news?
Yes.
So coming up at the end of the month, Michelle has agreed to curate for us a spoken word event on the 31st of July, which is going to be the end of the month, and we're thrilled about this. It's going to be a celebration of Black queer voices, and I can't wait to help you uplift, and you're going to bring us a tremendous show. You've already gotten a whole bunch of people you're interested in talking to, and we're so thrilled. We cannot thank you enough for coordinating that.
Well, I will also say it's Black, Indigenous, people of color, and it's a lot of people. I mean, and so if there's someone who is out there and feels that they should be a part of it, let Robert know. He'll get back with me. We'll work it all out.
100%. Yeah. So thank you for clarifying. I appreciate that. People of color, Black, Indigenous, queer people, any marginalized folks, anybody who needs their voices uplifted. That's the very mission of the center, and we're thrilled to do this night of spoken word and poetry for folks to be heard. And Michelle's going to curate that, but of course we're going to help as much as she wants and needs. So if anybody's out there and says, that's my voice, that's me, let us know and be thrilled to put you into the program. That's going to be the 31st of July. So that's I guess, 3 weeks from tonight. Is that right? So 3 weeks from tonight.
Mark your calendars, everyone.
But now we want to do your stuff. So we're going to get off the screen and give you the whole thing. We love you. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Okay. It's time to breathe. It's time to breathe. So usually I do a lot of serious stuff, but in this time we're all starting to go back. And I'm hearing a lot about the COVID 5 to 20, those 5 to 20 pounds that everybody seems to be gaining as they go from their couch to the refrigerator as they work home. So tonight, I give you the ode to skinny jeans. Skinny jeans, I love you. And judging by the way you hug my curves, accentuate my legs, smile back at me in the mirror, you still love me too. But skinny jeans, I've changed. I've grown up. I've learned to love me, really love me, with all my curves and my perfect imperfections, even those few extra pounds I've picked up along the way. Skinny jeans, I love the look. But you see, I've moved on. I no longer need those smiles, those sighs, those looks, seeing myself coming and going and others wearing their skinny jeans. Skinny jeans, I'm loving me. Me and my bright colors, my one-of-a-kind style, exotic, wild, and free. I'm loving my own crazy self. So skinny jeans, bye-bye. And that's it.
We love it. We love it. We love it. That was
So
beautiful.
much. That was great. Very apropos of the current times. Everyone's doing leaps and bounds mentally, sometimes physically. So it's good.
Yeah, well, but you know what? No matter what, we still love ourselves and we're beautiful.
Exactly right. Nuts are my downfall. I can't go into the kitchen without grabbing a handful of nuts. And I know there are worse things to do, but man, it's really my downfall.
Are they salted nuts or just regular?
No, they're raw, unroasted, unsalted, but nuts are fatty.
Well, that's kind of sort of healthy, I
know,
guess.
I'm kind of fat.
You're so fat. PHHE.
Yeah, all right. So Michelle, again, want to tell everybody that we're going to have a wonderful program on the 31st that Michelle is cultivating and curating for us, and we'll be supporting 100%. But it's going to be a collection of people of color, Black voices, Indigenous voices, queer voices, marginalized voices, whoever needs to be amplified. That's going to be the stage for them. And if you need more than an hour to do it, we'll give you as much time as needed, and we'll be happy to do it. So thank you. We love you.
And we're going to do it in 3 weeks, but if you need to contact Robert, do it within 2 weeks so that we have a week to really sort of pull it all together. But,
Exactly.
But if you're in that last week, we'll think about it. Okay?
Sure.
All right.
No one will be turned away, but give us some time. All right, we love you.
Give
be
us
good.
some time.
Thank you so much,
Okay.
Michelle.
Love you both.
Love you.
That's Michelle. So I want to quickly tell everybody, I know I showed this vodka before, but unfortunately, and this is not our intern's fault at all, this is not Ashley's fault at all, the link has changed. So the link she threw up is not the best link to go to because it doesn't go anywhere. So this is the link to go to for the Pride vodka. It's in the comment section. And remember, it's a beautiful bottle. So after you drink all the vodka, hopefully not in one sitting, but if that's your thing, so be it. But then you have a beautiful collectible bottle to remember our wonderful month of Pride. And also $1 of each bottle goes to the center's mission. So we really appreciate that. Thank you, Sourland, so much. We really appreciate it. All right. So our next guest, Haley.
Yes, is David Brahinsky, a good friend of yours, correct? Or a longtime friend?
A good friend. Yeah, a good friend of my family. He is a pretty wonderful guy. And what's really incredible is that he is a very noted folk musician and has played across the country And just when you see him, you'll know why. He has a tremendously powerful voice in its subtlety, and it's gentle, and there's so much depth to it. So we're thrilled. And what's really beautiful about David is he went up to Vermont for the rest of the summer, and he actually dropped us 8 videos to use while he's away. So that was really wonderful of him, and we're really excited about that. And also, when he gets back in September, everybody get really excited. We're going to actually spotlight David and do a concert with him when he gets back in September. So look forward to that. But in the meanwhile, we do have these videos to keep us with our David fix. So without further ado, Mr. David Brzezinski, everybody, welcome.
This is a song from Joni Mitchell, which she wrote, called Big Yellow Taxi. So they paved paradise and put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique, and a swinging night spot. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. They took all the trees and put them in a tree museum, and they charged all the people an arm and a leg just to see them. Don't they always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Hey farmer, put away your DDT. Give me spots on my apples, but leave me the birds and the bees. Please, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Late last night, I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi took away my old man. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. That's what they did.
Wonderful.
That was wonderful. Good one.
That's a great version too. I love the way, I love when people cover songs and do it in a way that brings something new to it.
Yeah.
And I've always loved that song. It's a beautiful song.
Yeah, I remember hearing it when I was younger and not really appreciating it. And then you get older and you're like, oh, now I can really appreciate the nuances of this song.
Yeah, it's good to get older, isn't it?
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes. Mostly.
And speaking of getting older, introduce our next guest.
We have someone quite young compared to us, I feel like. Celine is going to play the piano for us. She's been on the show before, and she's got a little something she's going to play for us.
Hey, Celine, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am delightful. And I hope you don't mind me telling folks, but you hurt your foot, so you're playing injured, right?
Yeah, but I managed to figure it out, sort it out, so it's not that bad.
Okay, good.
Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate you working through it. Persevere. She will persevere. All right, Celine, we'll let you do your thing. We want to see your piano work. So thank you so much for being with us tonight.
I'm going to be playing Chord Left by Agnes Obel. Yeah.
That was wonderful.
That was so lovely. Is this a new piece that you were working on, or something that you played before in the past?
I've actually kind of relearned this piece 3 times. I learned it when I was really young, and it was always like, I remember it was so hard for me. And then I learned it a couple years later, and it wasn't as hard. And then I learned it again this year, and it just, right now, is just kind of one of those pieces that I will never forget. Like, it'll always be with me.
That's really nice.
Well, we can hear your work in it. So thank you so much. We really appreciate when you play.
Thank
You have a
you.
great night. Okay. Be good.
You-
All right.
Yeah.
Who's next? Let's move it along. We got so much good stuff.
We heard from them last week, and they're back this week. Apollo, right? We've got Apollo up next.
Apollo Flower Child played. If you missed it last week, played a full concert for us, and they were so incredible. So if you didn't get to see it, it is in the archives. Every one of our shows, as I said, we've done almost 100. They're all on our video playlist on our Facebook page. And this concert was really special. They are very, very talented, and we're thrilled that they spend their time and their talent and their energy with us. And they are traveling today, so sent us this beautiful video, because how could we have an open mic without Apollo? So without further ado, let's bring them on. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous.
And summer beckons, but I'm still feeling cold. So many lovers, but I felt much warmer alone. Running away as a form of self-defense, constructing my words to build a wall of hard cement. And arm's length loving is what I do best. There will always be a space between my heart and my head. And just the thought of getting close to me will just be a dream, 'cause I'm always out of reach. I'm always out. And sunshine and cigarettes on that bathroom floor. This after school special has never happened before. Brave enough to lie right to my mama's face. Lies make distance, and all I ever want is space. 'Cause arm's length loving is what I do best. There will always be a space between my heart and my head. And just the thought of getting close to me will just be a dream, 'cause I'm always out of reach. I'm always out of reach. I'm always out of reach.
Beautiful.
That was so beautiful and wonderful of them to share with us. I really liked it. Was almost like a little music video with the imagery. It was pretty chill.
Yeah, they are really talented. I'm so glad that. And by the way, Apollo is on a wonderful music label called Trans Trenders. And Trans Trenders, they record exclusively transgender musicians and really talented group of folks, and so thrilled that we have a relationship with them and can show some of their work. So thank you, Apollo, and thank you, Trans Trenders. And now coming up is a good friend of yours, and I believe your wife has a bit of is it a crush? Would we say it's a crush?
I would say more of an adoration.
All right.
Yes. The incomparable and lovely Janet Corcoran is up next.
Very excited about this. A little more poetry for the evening. Janet, hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you both?
Delightful. We're going to get off the screen so everybody can enjoy your work. So please go ahead and delight us.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not my work. It's a woman named Mary Oliver. And if you know her, you love her. And if you don't, you should. And just a really great writer and poet. And we lost her last year. We lost her in 2019. But she wrote tons of great contemplations about everything. So here are two. The first one is called Angels. You might see an angel anytime and anywhere. Of course, you have to open your eyes to a kind of second level, but it's not really hard. The whole business of what's reality and what isn't has never been solved and probably never will be. So I don't care to be too definite about anything. I have a lot of edges called perhaps, and almost nothing you can call certainty. For myself, not for other people. That's a place you just can't get into, not entirely anyway, other people's heads. I'll just leave you with this. I don't care how many angels can dance on the head of a pin. It's enough to know that for some people, they exist and that they dance. And one more, and for many people, maybe her most well-known, and this is a poem called The Summer Day. Who made the world? Who made the swan and the black bear? Who made the grasshopper? This grasshopper, I mean, the one that has flung herself out of the grass, the one who is eating sugar out of my hand, who is moving her jaws back and forth instead of up and down, who is gazing around with her enormous and complicated eyes. Now she lifts her pale forearms and thoroughly washes her face. Now she snaps her wings open and floats away. I don't know exactly what a prayer is. I do know how to pay attention, how to fall down into the grass, how to kneel down in the grass, how to be idle and blessed, how to stroll through the fields, which is what I have been doing all day. Tell me, what else should I have done? Doesn't everything die at last and too soon? Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? That's it.
Beautiful. So when I said your work, when I introduced you and I said your work, I knew you were doing Mary Oliver, but your work is the expression thereof, is the way that you emote and read the words and make it so powerful. So that's your work.
Oh, good. Okay, I accept that.
Good.
You bring the words to life and you add more meaning to them with the way you speak and you act. So thank you.
Thank you, Janet. We'll see you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Be well. Yay! All right. So now we have our wonderful, wonderful guitar playing friend, Jeremy Abbott, who has been with us before. And he comes from somewhere else entirely. And wonderful. He was brought to us by someone I went to college with, Jeff Mellon, who I had a huge crush on and still do. He is a great musician, a great cartoonist, a regular Renaissance man. So I kind of have this love-hate relationship because we both had comic strips in the papers at Rutgers at the same time, and everyone loved his much more than mine. So but he's adorable, and I love him even more because he brought us Jeremy Abbott, and Jeremy Abbott is this incredible guitar playing virtuoso. So we're looking forward to another performance by Jeremy tonight. So without further ado, Jeremy will grace our virtual stage. That was wonderful.
Another lovely jam by Jeremy.
Jeremy, I find that so amazing to be able to, that kind of finger work.
Yeah, he's good with his fingers.
Come on, give me an easy one.
He's good with his fingers, for sure.
All right, we'll leave it at that. This is another wonderful folk. We met Brady at Virtual Pride. Brady, the first time we had a number from Brady was Virtual Pride, so we're thrilled to have them back with us. And this is another great number. I love what he does. He pre-records his work because he does multiple tracks and records himself doing different pieces of the music. So we're thrilled that Brady can come back to us tonight to share this. So without further ado, this is Brady.
If I fall in love with you, if I fall in love with you, would you love me too? I'm not the prettiest one on earth, but if you love me through all of my hurt, I could be the best for you. If you say you love me too, I can be the best for you. It's always easy to say what hurts, but if you love me through all of my worst, I could be the best for you. If I fall in love with you, could you love me too? I wasn't good enough for you. heart is left in two. All you see is a man that's cursed and never trying to win anything but thirst. I could have been the best for you if I fall in love with you. Could you love me too? I could have been the best for you.
I like those compilation videos. I'm always quite impressed when people can do all of the parts, because I usually just want to sing the melody. And I'm like, that's really awesome that break it all down, record it multiple times. So props.
He actually reminds me of my son, who's incredibly talented, and he, I will hear him singing something in his room, and then a day or two later, or when it gets released, is when I actually get to hear it. There'll be all these tracks that he put onto it that he all did himself. It's just an amazing talent, and it really inspires me to live in the house with someone who can do that. But Brady too. I'm thrilled at the folks that we are accumulating through this Power Hour. It is everything I dreamed it could be and more at this point.
Yeah.
And
Good.
No, please.
Oh, I was going to say, when we had open mic at, the center physically, it was great. But now we've been able to open it up to all these other people that wouldn't have joined us before, couldn't join us before. So it's really awesome to have all these new faces and accumulate all of this talent. So.
And I do want to say this, that, a lot of people see me every night at the Power Hour and think this is a one-man show, but obviously it's not, for many, many reasons. And to put that in really concrete terms is that when I came up with the concept for this, Haley is one of the first people I went to. And this, I know I've said this before, but it bears repeating ad infinitum, that Haley really allowed me to put into action what was gestating in my mind, and helped us, help our community, help the center find the right platform, find the right venue, so to speak, and put this all together, and then volunteered to bring the open and out mic night to us virtually. So she is one of the many people who helps us to put this together, and one of the essential pieces of it. So thank you very much, Ellie.
Thank you. I love being here every Friday with you. It's an honor.
And speaking of open mics, and speaking of my son, as he was growing up, we used to travel to open mics to see him perform. And open mics, by the way, if this is one of your first open mics, or the Power Hour open mics is what you've been, kind of introduced to open mics by, just so you know, most of them are not this good. The amount of talent that we bring to you is pretty spectacular, I have to say. And most open mics are, what's the word? Unbearable? No. They're difficult. It's a lot of wonderful people coming out and wanting to share their talent, or lack thereof. But one of the people that made it bearable for me was our next guest. And I have a long personal relationship with Anchor as an audience participant, as a viewer, as a fan. So I am so thrilled that he joins us on these open mics. It's really an honor for me to have someone who has been such a huge part of my experience with open mics in the real world. And let me say this, Anchor coming to us tonight and coming to us at open mics in the past, it's really a great privilege. So please, with Anchor and with all the folks you've seen tonight, if they have links, if they have places to buy their music, please do so. They come out to the open mics at the center and at the Power Hour virtually now, and give of their time and their spirit and their energy. So let's give them something back, as Ashley, our intern extraordinaire, has been doing all night. There are links in the comment section to all the musicians. And while Anchor's playing tonight, please visit his website, after he's done playing. Buy his music, see where he's playing, whether it's virtually or hopefully soon out in public safely and socially distant. But support all our musicians and our good friend Anchor, who I'm going to bring on right now. So Anchor, thank you so much for being with us.
Hello, everybody.
Hi,
So
Anchor.
we're going to leave the stage.
It's kind of funny what you're saying about the open mics, because it's exactly why I don't do them anymore. They do get unbearable, but I still host the one locally in the area of Baird Russin Center over in West Windsor. If we ever get back to normal, we shall return to the Grover's Mill Coffee House in West Windsor. It's probably the longest running open mic in Jersey, at least 11 years. I've been hosting it for about 6, and everything else I do musically is just me solo performing out there across this great land of ours.
And Grover's Mill is pretty great because it's named after, that's where the Martian invasion was, right?
Yeah, it's technically Grover's Mill, where Orson Welles set his radio drama back in the 50s or whenever it was, that freaked the nation out, because he only announced that it was a show in the beginning of the show, and then the rest of the show was just uninterrupted. Imagine no commercials. How strange.
Yeah. All right. So without further ado, you're going to close out the show for us, and we're thrilled about that. So thank you so much, my friend. Take it away.
Cool. Thank you. Actually, will be one of the rare times I'm actually going to do a cover song. So. As our conscious show, as the sweet breeze blow, as all kindness go, hope still lingers on. I drink myself a newfound pity, sit alone in New York City. I don't know why. Are we listening to hymns of offering? Have we eyes to see that love is gathering? All the words that I've been reading have started the act of beating into one. So I walk upon high and I step to the edge to see my world below. And I laughed at myself as the tears roll down. It's the world I know. It's the world I know. I drink myself a newfound pity, sit alone in New York City. I don't know why. Why. So I walk upon high and I step to the edge to see my world below. And I laughed at myself as the tears roll down. It's the world I know. It's the world I know.
That was rocking.
Wonderful. That was a lot.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Softer for you.
Yeah, I have a soft side. So.
We loved it. That was beautiful. Thank you so much, my friend. And we'll see you again soon. And let us know, of course, if ever you're playing virtually or if anything we can support. You always just have to let us know, and we'll throw it up all over the place to support you. Okay.
Cool. Thank you very much. Yeah, I actually have some, hopefully have some dates coming up in August at local wineries. So we'll see what happens.
All right. So let us know. Right. All right. Be well, my friend. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right. What a beautiful way to end the show tonight.
That was awesome. And to everyone at home, even if you can't afford to buy the music or go out and see people, just like, subscribe to all of their channels, and you can follow along. Just show them some love that way, even if you don't have the monetary means to do so. Then you can see where Anchor's playing next, where everyone's playing next, and follow along at home.
It's true. Thank you for that. Yeah, social media, tools of the devil. Ashley, our intern extraordinaire, has been incredibly diligent in the comment section, so you can scroll up and down and all around and find all musicians that you've seen, the poets that you've seen tonight. Support their work. Again, as Haley said, if only by following them and liking them and doing that, that would be delightful. And remember, if you want to join us for an open mic, you can hit us up at brcsjopenmic@gmail.com, and we'll help you to find out how you can be on the virtual stage with us, because we'd love to have as many vibrant and different voices. We want to represent all folks and make sure all voices are heard, because that's our very mission here at the Bayard Rustin Center for Social Justice. So thank you, Haley, for another wonderful open mic tonight. We look forward to seeing all y'all every weeknight. We do this every weeknight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time, all across the nation, all across the world. We have some amazing guests coming up that we talked about at the top of the hour. You can go to our Facebook page, our Instagram, our Twitter, Grindr, wherever else, and you can find us, and you can hear about all the wonderful people we have coming up. We have some incredible shows coming up, so we look forward to seeing you. And again, we have our 100th show coming up, and we're so thrilled that we've done this in such a strong, wonderful, inspirational fashion, we hope, for our audience. And remember, it's you, our community, that makes it happen, because we'll supply the hour.
You bring the power.
Indeed. Thank you, Haley. We really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night, my friend. All the rest of you, have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday night, 7 p.m. with Amara Jones, the wonderful transgender activist and strong voice for the community. And there's Haley's Pride Vodka. Well done. Wait, we can be twins. There you go.
Drinks on us.
All right. And remember, $1 every bottle of that goes toward the center. So support our mission, support our friends, support the folks who support us. We love you all. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Be well.
Be well.